Hi, Ange.
Hey.
This weekend, are you able to welcome back Destiny Udogie and Pedro Porro?
Destiny's a chance. Yeah, he's trained, and we'll just see how he pulls up. Pedro's probably another week away.
And since your last match against Crystal Palace, it's been 6 wins, 6 defeats, and 3 draws. How do you feel like your side has coped during that period?
Sort of, I guess, mixed in many respects. I mean, we've obviously had some challenges in there in terms of injuries and disruptions and so forth. So I think for the most part we've been competitive. Has our football sort of, been at the level we want? Probably not, but I think the lads' sheer effort and will and like I said, competitiveness has allowed us to sort of still be in the position we are.
The majority of the squad nearly available now. Is the target between now and the end of the season remaining in that Champions League spot?
Well, firstly, we do have a couple of injuries. So Richarlison's out for 3-4 weeks. He picked up a knee injury in the last game, so he'll be out for a little while. We obviously lost, obviously Cess Ryan had a bit of a setback, or a big setback after the last game. We're still down a couple of numbers. But in terms of now and the end of the year, nothing different from the start of the year is to, try and keep progressing our football and finish the season strong and try and keep developing our players in our game style so that we see where that takes us this year, but more importantly, how it sets us up for years to come.
Charlie.
Hi, Ange. I wanted to start off by congratulating you on the Manager of the Year award at the London Football Awards. On a personal level, coming into your first season in the Premier League, how proud did that award make you? Yeah,
look, I think I said last night, it was a bit weird because it's only February and sort of just into March, and I'm not really sure where that sort of fits in terms of recognition. Having said that, I think at least it is an acknowledgement of the work that we've done probably since the start of the year, and coming back off a disappointing year for the club last year. I guess we as a group have made an impact, so it's an acknowledgement of that. So you need to sort of appreciate that and feel honoured that that sort of award, for want of a better word, was bestowed upon me. But like I said, we've still got a fair chunk of the season to go, and our sights are sort of firmly ahead. It was nice to be there, though. It was a great cause, the Willow Foundation. I got to meet Bob Wilson and had a great chat with Harry Redknapp, which was nice as well. So still a bit of a fan with those things. Bumped into a few legends, so it was still a nice night.
And in terms of your team, I mean, by the time you play tomorrow, you will have had 2 weeks between games. So how have you used that time? Have you given the players much time off, and has the focus in training been more on tactics or more fitness?
No, we kind of try to use it as a sort of semi-normal week without a game. I guess I haven't had any time off. We just trained right through and taken the opportunity to try to keep working on our game and those kind of things. It's hasn't been ideal. It's felt a bit like that all season. It's just been a really disruptive season for us. I think apart from maybe the first sort of 10, 11 games where we were kind of playing regularly and we had a bit of sort of momentum and rhythm, it just seems that we've just had a lot of sort of stop and starts to our season, and obviously we've got a couple of games, and then again there's the international break, and then obviously after the international break, at least we know then that we'll have some regular football till the end of the year.
And finally from me, in terms of Crystal Palace, they've undergone a managerial change. Their manager, Oliver Glasner, was at the Wolves game. How hard is it to prepare to take on a team who have recently undergone a managerial change, in your opinion?
Yeah, look, it's always, I guess, a little bit challenging because a lot of your sort of scouting, you try and get some consistencies in play and look at teams in recent games. But whenever there's a new manager, obviously things adjust naturally. Usually there's a positive effect when a new manager comes in, and I think you saw that last week with the way Crystal Palace sort of went about things. Oliver's very well-credentialed coach. He had, particularly at Frankfurt, he produced a really strong team and a real distinct style of play, and I think, you'll probably see elements of that. But at the same time, I still think we're at the sort of stage of our development where real emphasis is still on us and playing our football and making sure that, we bring the kind of energy and commitment to our game that we've shown at times this year, but also the effort that's got us to where we are right now. So that'll be our main focus.
Hi, Ange, how are you?
Good, thanks, mate.
You mentioned there Richarlison out for 3 to 4 weeks. Ryan Sessegnon on setback for him. With Richarlison, I mean, he's shown some really good form, so massive blow, I guess, for you. And with Ryan, I mean, immense talent, but you haven't been able to see the best of it, and we haven't seen the best of it for a couple of years.
Yeah, look, Richie, obviously disappointing because, like I said, he's been a real key contributor for us. But again, it's kind of our season's gone. We kind of get one back, we lose one. So again, we'll just have to compensate for him being out. Yeah, with Sess, it is a tough one because through no fault of his own, he's obviously worked hard to try and come back, and it's always more challenging when it kind of happens, as a series of events, and he hasn't really had any reward for all the hard work he's put in terms of his rehab to at least get out there and play and do what he loves, and as you say, just show people, his abilities. So it's a tough one for him, but he'll get all the support he needs. He's had his surgery now, and he's still a positive guy, and he's obviously been through this before. So hopefully that helps him to come back stronger and get out there and playing.
You mentioned the stop-start nature to the season. You start, and then you have that September break, then you have the one in October, November. You still got one more international break to come. Would you like to see, as a club manager, the calendar change and all internationals being played, even if we started the season later, so you just had a straight run through?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think part of the reason for us is that, obviously we've got no European football. We were out of the Carabao Cup really early, so obviously we had the Chelsea game, sort of schedule change. So it's just been a combination of things for us. It's not so much the international window. It's just been a combination of things that hasn't allowed us to sort of, like I said, apart from the start of the season, have a real sort of serious run of games for us to build, momentum and a little bit of rhythm within the lads. And obviously we've had a lot of injuries as well, which haven't helped. So it's just been the nature of the season that's you kind of hope is a little bit unique, and hopefully next year will be different.
Finally, you're in a battle with Aston Villa to finish fourth. In terms of, I remember Arsene Wenger once saying finishing fourth or finishing in a Champions League place was like winning a trophy. I'm not saying it's exactly like winning a trophy. Would it feel like success to you if you did nail Champions League by the end of the season?
I mean, I'm not really sure. I haven't read the competition rules, but my understanding is that we're not just battling for fourth place at this stage.
Okay, Ali.
Hi there, Ange. On Sess, is there any chance of him coming back before the end of the season? Or
No, he's had surgery, so he'll be out for a while.
And I mean, with him, obviously, he had surgery on the other hamstring. That strengthened that hamstring. Is that the kind of hope now that, I mean, he's only 23, that this now fixes these issues going forward?
Yeah, I'm sort of reluctant to talk about the medical side of it because it's not my field. But as I said, he's getting the best sort of support and advice he can, and hopefully they find sort of a way to give him an opportunity, like I said, to do what he loves. He's not, it's through no fault of his own. He's doing everything he possibly can to get himself fit and get him up to be able to physically do what he loves to do, and hopefully this helps it.
Sorry for another injury one, but Manor Solomon, how's he doing?
Yeah, Manor sort of progressing, but still not sort of anywhere near sort of rejoining the group. Still got a bit of way to go. Again, it's a bit another frustrating one for him. He's been working really hard. He's been keen to get back, and we were kind of hoping for an earlier return date, but it's kind of been little things along the way that sort of set him back. So, fair to say, as we said, he's still a fair way away from the group.
And George from the BBC, please.
Hello, sorry, just one question. You mentioned you spoke to Harry Redknapp. I just wondered what he said. Has he enjoyed your team's style of play this season as a former Tottenham manager?
Yeah, no, he's been really supportive from kind of when I arrived, I had a little bit of history because, you know, he took over Jordan. We had him in a World Cup qualifier when I was manager of Australia, and we kind of crossed paths back then, and we reminisced about those days, a long way away from where we are now. But like I said, I enjoy those chats. It's an opportunity for me to kind of talk to people I've admired from afar, and just great to connect.
And sorry, just I know you said last night you're not at the level you want the team to be, but how would you judge what you've done with this Tottenham team so far this season? Because the fans are enjoying the style of play. You say you've had your ups and downs, but where are you in your rankings of where you want this team to be?
Look, it's hard because like I said, I've said a few times, it's not something that I kind of measure as we go along, but I just know that we've got a long way to go with the kind of, you know, football we want to play, and even where we are in terms of the squad, we've still got a lot of work to do. Have we made progress? Yes, I believe definitely we've made progress from where we were at the start of the year, and you know, you don't lose sight of that because a lot of people have worked hard to get us to kind of the position we're in right now. But you know, for what I'm sort of looking at in terms of where I want us to be as a team, not as a kind of end point, because hopefully that there isn't an end point, you keep improving, but just the elements of the team I want to see, the way we play, and like I said, where the squad is and how we work and the staffing. I just think we've got a long way to go, and that's also exciting, you know, because we're hopefully setting up a really strong foundation to build upon.
George, please.
Hi, Ange. This sort of 2-week break, has it kind of allowed you and the squad to really nail down the key principles again, which sort of felt like we saw a lot more consistently during those kind of opening months of the season?
No, I think it's just been a continuation sort of what we've been building on. You know, again, like I said, because of, you know, it has been a disruptive season, and you know, you don't lose sight of the fact that it's kind of, you know, first year of not just, you know, implementing a new game style, the way we train, new players coming in, the squad's changed, you know, a fair bit anyway. So, and then, you know, when you sort of layer on the injuries and other sort of disruptions we had from in terms of cohesiveness for the team, there's been a lot of factors that have been really, really challenging. So what we've tried to do is just maintain a real focus on making sure that irrespective of what's going on, that we keep every day trying to improve, you know, the principles of our play. As you said, it's not about so much about reinforcement, just, you know, continuing on the same road, on the same path of making sure we're sort of focusing on the right things.
And, you know, it's rare that you have a weekend without a game. Did you manage to spend any time with the family in London, or was you at games watching?
No, like I said, you try and keep it, you know, pretty normal. So we were in on last Saturday anyway, training. So it's just really had Sunday off, which is a normal sort of weekend for us. But you know, there's still work to be done.
And just with Richarlison's injury, you've obviously got a lot of attacking options, but not many out-and-out forwards. Does Richarlison's injury kind of open the door for Dane Scarlett, who's had a difficult season, to try and end that difficult season with a real contribution to the team over the coming weeks? Yeah,
but you know, that door's never closed. You know, he trains with us every day. You know, so for all the players, they're all in the same boat. That door is always open. You know, if you're waiting for some, you know, secret magic door to open, that doesn't exist. The door is always open. They have an opportunity every day to put themselves in front of me, the coaches, to make an impact, and then, you know, wait for their opportunity. But as you said, Dane's had a difficult season, but it's great we got him some game time with the 21s last week. I think that was important, because when you actually look at the match minutes he's actually played this year, it's way too low for a guy like him who really needs some game time. So it was great to get him some game time in the 21s, and I think that's sort of helped him as well, and he's trained well this week.